I never thought I would be in this situation. Never imagined that one request, one simple favor, could turn my entire world upside down. But that's exactly what happened. And now, as I sit here replaying every detail, I wonder, was this always meant to happen? Or did I make the biggest mistake of my life? It started with a message from Vanessa. She asked me to meet her, said it was urgent. I hesitated. It had been a while since we last talked. Life had gotten busy, and though we had always been close, something had shifted between us recently. But something about her message felt different. Urgent. She told me to meet her at Mateo's. Back booth. Mateo's was our old spot. The kind of place we used to meet when we had something serious to talk about. The moment I saw the name, I knew this wasn't just a casual catch-up. I grabbed my keys and left the house without another thought. When I arrived, the restaurant was quieter than usual. Vanessa was already there, a half-empty glass of wine in front of her. She looked different. Nervous. Her fingers tapped against the rim of the glass, her eyes darting around the room as if checking for someone. I slid into the seat across from her. Vanessa, what's going on? She exhaled, swirling the wine in her glass before finally looking at me. I need a favor. A huge one. And you can't say no. A chill ran through me. What kind of favor? She leaned forward, lowering her voice. I need you to seduce someone. I blinked. What? Just listen. Please. Her hands tightened around the glass. I think my husband is cheating on me, but I don't have proof. I need to know for sure. And you're the only person I trust to do this. I swallowed, my mind racing. Vanessa, are you serious? You want me to? I just need you to test him. See if he takes the bait. That's all. If he does, I'll know the truth. If he doesn't, then I'll finally have peace of mind. I shook my head. This is insane. What if he recognizes me? She smiled, but there was no humor in it. That's the best part. He's never met you in person. I've kept my work life and personal life separate. He's seen pictures, but nothing recent. A little change in appearance, a different name, and he won't suspect a thing. My pulse pounded. And what if he does take the bait? Then what? Vanessa's eyes darkened. Then I'll finally have the proof I need to leave him. Silence stretched between us. I could feel the weight of her desperation, the quiet plea behind her words. She was asking me to cross a line I never thought I would cross. And yet, something inside me whispered, what if? What if he did take the bait? What if Vanessa was right? Wouldn't she deserve to know the truth? Before I could talk myself out of it, I nodded. Okay, tell me what to do. Vanessa let out a shaky breath, relief flooding her features. Thank you. You have no idea what this means to me. I wasn't sure I wanted to know. The plan was simple. Vanessa would arrange for me to accidentally run into her husband, Eric, at a business event he was attending alone. I would play the role of an interested stranger, just enough to see if he would take the bait. The night of the event, I felt a nervous energy buzzing through me as I stepped into the hotel bar where the networking event was taking place. I scanned the room until I spotted him. Tall, confident, dressed in a dark suit that made him look effortlessly powerful. I had seen pictures of him before, but none of them did him justice. He had an air of authority, the kind of presence that drew people in without effort. And when his eyes met mine, I felt something shift. He noticed me. I took a deep breath and walked toward the bar, casually placing myself near him, just close enough that he would notice me, but not too obvious. He glanced at me, then did a double take. New face around here? I smiled. First time at one of these events. He chuckled. Lucky you. They're usually boring as hell. I laughed softly, tilting my head just slightly. Maybe you just haven't had the right company. His gaze lingered on me. Maybe not. The air between us shifted, a subtle change in energy. I could feel it. The way his eyes moved over me, the way his body angled slightly toward mine. I played my part. Light touches, soft laughs, eye contact that lasted just a little too long. And he responded. More than I expected. Let me buy you a drink, he offered. I hesitated, just for show. I shouldn't. He smirked. One drink never hurt anyone. I let him order for me, watching his hands as he did. Watching the way his wedding ring caught the dim light of the bar. Does he even think about Vanessa? As the night went on, I saw it clearly. The way he leaned in. The way he found reasons to touch my arm, my shoulder. The way his voice dropped just slightly when he spoke to me, as if creating a world where it was just the two of us. And then, finally, the moment Vanessa had been waiting for. "Why don't we take this somewhere quieter?" he murmured. My breath caught. My heart pounded. This was it. The proof she needed. I should have ended it right then. I should have walked away. But something in the way he looked at me, something in the way his fingers brushed against my wrist, sent a thrill through me that I hadn't felt in years. And before I knew it, I was saying the words that would change everything. Lead the way. I should have walked away. I should have stopped this before it went too far. But I didn't. The moment those words left my lips, lead the way, I knew I had crossed a line that I could never uncross. Eric's smirk deepened, his eyes darkening with something unspoken. He finished his drink, set the glass down, and stood. Adjusting the cuff of his suit like this was the most natural thing in the world. "Come on," he murmured, his voice lower, heavier. "Let's go somewhere quieter." My heart pounded as I followed him through the dimly lit hallways of the hotel, my heels clicking softly against the carpet. The air between us was charged, thick with an energy I hadn't expected to feel. Vanessa had sent me here to test him. I wasn't supposed to enjoy this. I wasn't supposed to feel anything. But as we stepped into the elevator, the tension between us was undeniable. He turned slightly, his eyes flicking down to me, scanning my face as if searching for something, hesitation, uncertainty, guilt. I knew he wouldn't find it. Not yet. A soft chime echoed through the elevator as the doors slid open, revealing the empty hallway of the top floor. He stepped out first, his movements controlled, confident. I hesitated for only a second before following. My mind was screaming at me to stop, to think about what I was doing. But my body was already moving. The hotel suite was elegant but impersonal, like every other five-star hotel room designed for men like him. A desk with a half-open laptop, an untouched bed with crisp sheets, a bar stocked with expensive liquor. Eric loosened his tie, draping it over the chair before turning back to me. "So," he said, tilting his head slightly, "tell me the truth. Are you really here for the networking event?" I forced a soft laugh. "What do you think?" He studied me, the corner of his mouth twitching. "I think you're a little too interesting for a corporate mixer." I stepped closer, just enough to make it clear I wasn't afraid of the space between us. "And what makes you think that?" "The way you're looking at me." His voice dropped, his gaze never leaving mine. "Like you already know how this night ends." My breath hitched. I needed to end this. I had what Vanessa needed. I had the proof. But I hesitated. Just for a second. And that second was long enough for everything to change. The next morning, I woke up to the sound of my phone vibrating on the nightstand. For a moment, I didn't remember where I was. The room was too pristine, too perfect. The sheets were unfamiliar, the air too still. And then I felt it. A presence beside me. A slow, steady breath. Eric. Reality crashed over me like a tidal wave. My body stiffened as I carefully turned my head, my heart pounding. He was still asleep, his face relaxed, his breathing deep and even. The weight of what I had done settled onto my chest, heavy and suffocating. Vanessa. Oh God. Vanessa. I slipped out of bed as quietly as I could, my hands shaking as I grabbed my clothes. My phone was still buzzing, another call from Vanessa. My stomach twisted as I silenced it, my mind racing. I had to get out. I had to leave before he woke up, before I had to face the consequences of my choices. I barely made it out of the suite before the guilt hit me full force. This was never supposed to happen. I was supposed to test him, not betray her. By the time I got home, my hands were still trembling. Vanessa had left 3 more messages. I couldn't ignore her any longer. I called her back, forcing my voice to sound steady. Hey, she breathed, relief flooding her tone. I've been trying to reach you. How did it go? I swallowed hard. Vanessa. Did he take the bait? She didn't sound anxious. She sounded hopeful, like she was waiting for an answer that would set her free. I hesitated. The truth was right there, sitting on the edge of my tongue. I had the proof she wanted, but I also had something else. A secret. A betrayal. And for the first time, I realized I couldn't tell her. Because what would be worse? Knowing her husband was willing to cheat? Or knowing that the woman he did it with was me? No, I whispered, the lie burning my throat. He didn't. Silence. Then a soft, shaky exhale. Oh, thank God. I clenched my jaw, my hands tightening into fists. This was wrong. I should tell her. I should tell her everything. But I didn't. I listened as Vanessa laughed in relief, as she told me how much this meant to her, how maybe she had been wrong about him all along. And I let her believe it, because the truth was unbearable. And now I was carrying the biggest secret of my life.